Since I was a child, I've always wanted to go to Australia, and I finally got the chance to. We actually flew in first class, and this was the first time for me. It was definitely an experience. They gave us dinner and even gave us this toiletry bag that had a little facial wipe, some facial spray, chapstick, lotion, and an under eye serum, which was amazing. I loved that. I slept for 9 hours straight, and I think I had 4 hours left, so I watched Harry Potter until they gave us breakfast. Then we finally made it to Melbourne. I was so excited. We got to our hotel, but we couldn't check in until 1. So me and my mom played pool, and I was actually amazed by how good she was. It's a couple hours later. We took naps, and now we're going out to walk around, probably get dinner. We walked around for a bit before getting dinner at an Italian restaurant. I forgot to film the meal, but the views of the harbor were absolutely stunning. Okay, so I got some Vegemite from the cafe downstairs, and I'm gonna give it a try. It smells kind of like peanut butter, and it looks like chocolate. I got some sourdough bread. Okay. After breakfast, we went out on the town and we walked around Melbourne. Let me tell you, Melbourne is the cleanest city I've ever visited. They are also known for their coffee shops. I ended up getting a matcha, and it was pretty good. I'll show you guys what I got. Got this. And then so we're at another coffee shop, and I got another matcha just because. After sightseeing on our own, we hopped on a tour bus and toured some of the hot spots of Melbourne. First stop was Hosier Lane. This street was filled with a bunch of art, and our tour guide said it was different each time, so it was pretty cool to see. Our next stop was the Shrine of Remembrance. It's a memorial for all the Australian soldiers who fought in World War I. This was one of my favorite stops on the tour. There's just so much history within this building. And the view at the very top was amazing. I mean, you got a full 360 of Melbourne. Our next stop is St. Patrick's Cathedral. This church was absolutely stunning. I love Catholic churches, but churches outside of America just seem to be so much more beautiful. I mean, look at the detail. This is crazy. I even looked at the church on the map, and the building is in the shape of a cross, and I just think that's so cool. Our last stop on this tour was the conservatory. The conservatory was in full bloom because it is now spring in Australia. After the tour, we went to a Turkish restaurant and got dinner. And then we said goodbye to Melbourne, sadly. Due to some delays, we got to Sydney pretty late, so we just checked into the hotel and then grabbed dinner at a restaurant called Esteban. I got tacos, and they were so good. And the next morning, you know we had to go to the Sydney Opera House. Are you kidding me? Taking a picture in front of the Sydney Opera House has been on my bucket list, so you know I took plenty. We went to a restaurant nearby, and I had fish and chips, and it was so good that I devoured it before I even could film it. As much as I loved Melbourne for its cleanliness, I really loved Sydney for its views. We hopped on one of the boat tours, and it took us around the bay, and I'm just glad to say I could check this off my bucket list.